Our guest tonight is the Tony Award-winning star and writer of the fantastic play Oh, Mary, which is playing at the Lyceum Theater on Broadway. Please welcome back to the show our friend Cole Escola, everybody. I want to talk to you about your Tony, but now all I want to do is ask you about your outfit.
I think it's pretty evident.
Yeah.
I'm, switching things up. I'm gonna be a doctor now.
That's so wonderful.
Thank you.
I feel like this is what a tribute to parents who are disappointed when their children go into the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to get it out of my system.
Right. Well, that's a real message for those parents. Like, let your child go get the Tony.
It's a phase. Yeah.
It's a wonderful outfit, and you fill it out very nicely.
Not just an outfit, it's a career.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I keep dismissing it. I don't mean.
Yeah, I remember you were never banging your pots and pans during COVID.
I was a big.
All his neighbors were out there every day.
Yeah.
Sat
Remember?
in the window.
Yeah. I had a whole thing where it's like, what about the second responders?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Was there a field of medicine you intend to practice?
Well, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of videos.
Okay.
Online.
That's
online.
What, as a patient, that's what you want to hear.
Yes. And is this my camera?
Sure, yeah. Okay. Whichever one you want, but you can take that one.
Okay. Ooh, got it. Any camera? Okay. We've run the tests, and I'm gonna have to have sex with your wife.
Okay, I don't think that's right. I don't know what.
That's one of the videos that I watched. And it got so crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you weren't going through a medical portal to watch these videos.
No, it was this website called X. I can't remember.
Yeah, if there's an X, that's a bad.
I remember. Yeah.
I do. And again, I don't want to give you a note. Obviously, you've watched videos. You're ahead of this. I just feel like you're not supposed to wear the gloves this early.
Why?
I just feel like
No. They were on before when they were in someone and then.
Oh God. Oh God. So these are post-surgical. Got it.
Surgical.
I'm proud and happy and thrilled to say that I've been to this show twice. I enjoyed it both times the same. But for those who haven't, a quick, what could someone expect when they go to see the Tony Award-winning Oh, Mary?
It is a play about Mary Todd Lincoln. It's her side of the story, you know? Everyone knows that Abraham Lincoln was tall. But this show asks the question, do we know how tall everyone was?
Okay.
No, it's about Mary Todd Lincoln and her dreams of becoming a cabaret star. Meanwhile, she's a frustrated alcoholic.
Yes. And it's immediately...
Something for the moms and then a little something for the dads as well.
It's out of the gate one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I'm so happy it's continuing to run.
Thanks.
And have you gotten used to Tony Award winner as an introductor?
Well, it's been a week now, so yeah, it's become pretty. Yeah. Stop. Stop.
It was wonderful that you won, but I imagine for you it was also very special
Painful.
that you're.
Because I don't know. I hate competing. Yeah.
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 You did compete against George Clooney was in your category.
It's not a competition.
Right.
It's really not.
Yeah.
It's a celebration of artists. Awards are just a big party. That's how I look at it.
Now, with that said, were you excited when your director won?
Oh my God, that was like the most exciting.
I mean, I can only imagine
for me because you're making everyone do stuff and you're the center of attention, and it's just nice when like the people that are that other people get recognized for their work too. Because I'm always I'm on the talk shows being like me, and so it was nice to give him 90 seconds. And that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
You made it very clear.
I made it very clear.
Yeah, that was.
And he'll pay for that too.
You had a tribute to Bernadette Peters. This is her winning a Tony.
In 1999.
1999, and then you showed up in a tribute.
Yeah.
And I like incredible.
Thanks.
Were you hoping it would bring you luck if you borrowed the look?
Maybe a part of me thought that it might bring me luck, but also I was like, this is never gonna happen for me again. I want to like, this is like, gift this to me. Sorry. So this was like a formative gown for me, like a formative moment of like, wow, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. And so I was like, well, if this is my special Cinderella goes to the ball one night, I want to look as perfect as possible.
Did you give?
Yeah.
Did you give her a heads up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, watch your back. No. I didn't give her. I didn't give her a heads up, and frankly, I was worried that she would be like, okay, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Like, stay away from me. But then she put out a nice statement.
Yeah. Her statement was she said basically that you look great, but that she wore her chest hair differently.
In a different pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you can see, hers are more tucked in. Which was very funny and very sweet, and I thank you for that. Bernadette, I know you're watching.
You thanked a lot of people in your speech.
Yes.
Amy Sedaris, who's one of our favorites here. You also thanked...
I'm over her.
Yes, I know.
I'm so over her.
It's about time. We all kind of think it's time for you to be over her.
Yeah. I thanked her as sort of like a olive branch. To be like, will you please get over yourself, lady? But, yeah.
You also thanked, and probably the first time they were thanked at the Tonys, you thanked Tebow from Grindr.
No, it wasn't the first time. Jerry Herman thanked Tebow from Grindr. In, God, I want to say 84?
You're the Tony historian, so I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
No, yeah. My Tebow is my best friend, and we did happen to meet on Grindr.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago or something. God, am I that old? I am.
Yeah. Was Tebow delighted to have been shouted out with that specificity?
Not. Look, Amy's kind of an ass. Tebow's kind of an ass. All my friends after this, they're bitter people.
Yeah.
Everyone I thanked is so bitter.
Well, that's very, at least you got it out of the way.
Yeah, I got it out of the way, and now I know who my real friends are.
I have a lot more to ask you. You have to stay. Cole Escola, everybody. We are back with Cole Escola. You told me you did less than no research about Mary Todd Lincoln before you wrote this.
Yeah.
But you did find a connection with Laura Keane. Am I saying her name right?
Yes.
Okay, so she was an actress and a producer
She was the star of Our American Cousin and the producer and one of like the only female theater owners and managers in the wake up, this country, and we wonder why he's president. What?
I know.
But yeah, she and she's buried in where I hope she's buried because I've been going there talking to her.
Yeah.
But at Brooklyn's Greenwood Cemetery, and I've been going to her grave for the past.
What was it about her that you found special? I guess she's someone who was, of course, affected by the events of that night that nobody ever talks about.
Yeah. I mean, they stole her thunder.
Yeah.
She was performing for the president, and then her night was ruined.
Yeah.
And so, and then, it was! Come on.
They just don't do theater. They don't know.
They don't know. You don't know what it's like to do a show and have someone be assassinated. You think that's fun? Sick. And they wonder why he's president. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, and Laura Keane. Yeah, she was great. God, she was great.
This show, and I'm glad we mentioned your director, because there is a great physical precision to the show.
Yeah.
And yet, you also, one of the ways you wanted to look was sort of not cheap per se, but like a little bit like a high school production.
Yeah, not jokey cheap, but just cheap enough to where when the door slams, you see the walls wobble a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a fine line in the director, who I don't want to give any more attention to.
Yes, we've done more than enough.
And the designers all worked hard to like keep that line.
But to speak to the precision, I saw Betty Gilpin, an incredible actress, incredible talk show guest. Betty was the first person, I believe, to come in and play the role after you. And, you know, I did, having seen you in it and been so delighted, I really wondered, and I think it speaks to how wonderful your script is, that it was just a joy to watch with her as well. How was it for you?
You liked her better.
I did not.
Say it.
I didn't even come
liked
close.
Betty Gilpin better. Oh, wow. Wow. In front of everyone.
Yeah.
Say it. Yeah. No.
What was it like for you, though, to watch and then Titus Burgess has done as well, and Jinx Monsoon's about to go in.
About to go in,
which is wonderful.
Yeah. It was surreal in that it was not surreal at all. I was in the audience expecting, like, oh, this is going to be so weird watching this play, this role that I did, and I watched it, and I was like, what a lovely show. I had a lovely time. I would see it again. Yeah.
You know, this play has obviously been a success, both critically, you know, financially, and yet, you know, when you explained it.
And yet I look like this.
But it's so, I mean, is this a nice model for, sometimes you got to back a horse that seems like a little unique. I'm sorry, sometimes you have to get on the back of a horse and you have to ride to the bank and take out money and invest it in a Broadway show.
Oh, I see where you're going. I have not had sex with a horse, but I do plan to.
Great. Well, you're on top of the world. Do whatever you want. Who's going to judge you? Does it feel nice that it's continuing to go on without you?
Yeah.
Because you're almost done. What, 6 more?
6 more shows. I'm done on Saturday.
Great.
Well, at the time of this airing, there's 5 left. Sorry. I mean, it's live. We'll cut that out. Guys, cut it out.
That's not your camera anymore.
Sorry. 5 more shows left. And then I'm, back in the doctor's office.
Yeah.
To
patients on Monday, or you start seeing patients
on Monday, and I just having a lot of sex, I guess.
Yeah.
Based on the videos that I've seen of what doctors do.
I'm going to read a quote because it's yours. I know you hate when I read other people's quotes.
I really do.
But this was in the New York Times, and I really. I thought it was really beautiful. I didn't have money for school, and because I couldn't afford a conservatory, one of those big theater schools, I felt there wasn't a place for me in theater. I just kept doing my own things on the side, cabaret sketch, solo shows. I feel like I snuck into theater through a side entrance and then barricaded myself. I am not leaving.
It's not true. That's not true.
I think it is.
That was a lie so that I could win the Tony. I've plenty of money. I come from I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Sacklers, but they're
you changed.
I changed my name to
It used to be a Skackler.
Skackler. And then so that was just part of the publicity.
Well, as a play, it is a real model of creativity, and it's really, I mean, it was so cool to have seen it off Broadway first. I feel like that's a unique thing you can do in this city, is see a show when it starts and see where it is now. I'm very lucky that you barricaded yourself in. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Cole Escola, everybody. Oh, Mary's playing the Lansing Theater on Broadway.